to the Fantasy Footballers Podcast with your hosts, Andy Holloway, Jason Moore, and Mike Wright.
Oh, welcome in. The Fantasy Footballers. Jason Moore, Mike the Fantasy Hitman, Andy Holloway, back with you. Thursday, June 26th. Fantasy football quickly approaches. Training camp, excitement, anticipation, and ultimately everything we've ever said all offseason coming true.
Yeah, that's how it usually works.
It's called confirmation bias.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That's why we don't delete all the episodes, is because they're all right.
We want
Everything
you to
we've
go
ever
back
said.
and see.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, that's what we want. No, it's a fun time of year. It's a fun time to kind of, we did our projections for the UDK, and we've been tweaking them every day, and it's fun because when, we do them all independently, and there's like a system on our side, on our tech side, where like you import them into the UDK when you're done making adjustments, and then we get an update of what was changed. But I don't always know what players you guys are tweaking until I hit that button or you hit that button, and then it comes through our channel, and then all of a sudden I'll see players that
Just a little surprise.
your opinions are changing on a little bit here or there. So it's always fun. I was watching some video of the Browns minicamp stuff and trying to ascertain based on David Njoku's, he was mic'd up. And by the way, what a physical specimen that man is.
Njoku?
Holy moly.
Yeah, that's a man.
I've said that before, but goodness. You see that and you think 40 to 50 touchdowns when you see that man.
You see him, and honestly, I think that team wasted his career.
I would agree. Because we've seen when they focal pointed him, that's a phrase.
Yeah.
He was dominant.
Yeah, he could be a lot more than he has been, but I also think that they will utilize. They shifted. I think they've fixed it. Now they don't have a quarterback, so there's a problem there. They're going to continue wasting his career with a quarterback. But I look at him as such a monster of a man, and I think, how is Myles Garrett so much bigger than him?
Right, right. Like
the
that
Browns,
doesn't seem.
Myles Garrett scares me. Like when I see a photograph of Myles Garrett, I look over my shoulder. I'm so scared of. This is the biggest man I've ever seen, and his arms, they look unnatural. They look like they are made of plastic. Like you couldn't push in. There's no indentation. No way you could push in.
If him and Aaron Donald were ever on the same defensive line, can you imagine? You would lay down as an offensive lineman and just let him jump over you. But I was going to say,
quarterbacks have to stare that man in the eyes.
Yeah,
as he is here. I'm coming to get you.
And what does he always say? He's putting him in the graveyard.
Yeah,
he's got his quarterback graveyard.
Yeah,
you got to use language like that, Miles.
Well, because he does the Halloween thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
look,
literal graveyard.
I watched the video. I'm trying to figure.
He did also try to murder a quarterback on the field once. There was.
He just wanted to talk to him. Just wanted to say, like, we got to clear some stuff up.
Generous calling Mason Rudolph a quarterback.
That is really
that's a good point.
I watched the video and I was trying to figure out who the quarterback was going to be, and from watching the video, because he's interacting with all the different quarterbacks, and to me it just seemed like it's obvious that it's Joe Flacco.
Because that's who he wants.
The problem, that
he wants
to
win.
Awesome with Flacco. So you could have a situation where the Browns start with Flacco and it's really good for their weapons, and then very bad later. Yeah. When they decide the future is more important than the present. But yeah, it's a fun time of year. We've got the UDK available, ultimatedraftkit.com, all of our tier-based rankings, customized scoring for your league. You can import your roster and your league settings from NFL, ESPN, Sleeper, Yahoo. We've got 100-plus player video profiles. We've got consistency charts, all the mobile app features. And
there's also a really helpful news feed. If you just want the easy, like, if you've already got the UDK and you're not just in the habit of like just opening the app, total offseason, just what's the latest news? Just scroll down on the main page and you can read whatever's going on around the league and not have anything surprise you. Be
And
first to the waiver wire.
Yeah, and all of our rankings updates pop in to the update section there too. The draft analyzer just 5 days away in the UDK Plus, so that is that's exciting because you'll get a breakdown of your draft and where your strengths and weaknesses are and which one of us individually likes your team the most, and that is all at ultimatedraftkit.com. Here's your quick question of the day, gentlemen. Comes from YouTube. What are some changes to your league made over the years that actually ended up working out better than you anticipated? So we always say the offseason is a great opportunity to make tweaks and alterations to your league. Sometimes that's, dumping a terrible manager that doesn't belong because they're inactive and ruins the league. Sometimes that's rule changes, scoring changes.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a few of them that came to mind. Obviously, way back in the day, we finally, after years and years and years of trying to get it through, we got rid of kickers and added an extra flex. That made the league so much more fun. The one that I think was surprising how effective it was. If you're in a keeper league, if you're playing in that format and you have an issue with essentially there's the great teams, the buyers and the sellers, and towards the end of every year, you just have like super teams and garbage teams that go into next year with all the draft capital. That's pretty common in certain keeper leagues. We got rid of being allowed to trade first-round picks in next year's draft. Your best pick is the second that you can trade during the season. And I was surprised what an impact. Like, I feel like that fixed our biggest problem in our league.
I'm happy to hear that you feel that way because that was brought up every year before we stopped doing that as a problem.
Mm-hmm.
People, they'd go all in, trade away all their draft capital, and it would just kind of ping pong back and forth between the teams that did that and the teams that had the draft capital. So that is a good one. We added league median to a couple of leagues last year.
That surprised you personally.
It surprised me in a big way because I was always anti-league median, where you get, for those that don't know, you get a win for your head-to-head matchup if you have the most points over your opponent, and then you also get a win if you finish in the top half of the league in scoring that week. So it softens the blow if maybe, we've seen this a million times. We get the Twitter messages all the time. I scored 156 points.
The second highest score of the week.
And lost. Yeah, in the second highest score. So it kind of, I didn't expect it. I thought it would kind of nerf the extreme emotions too much to make it not enjoyable. That was my worry about it. It's like, hey, you got to live with the bad.
The bad beats.
To enjoy the good of getting lucky and winning one. And it mostly just worked really well where, Thursday Night Football happens and I'm getting blown out because of 3 big performances by my opponent. Well, I'm still in on the week. Even though I probably have lost my head-to-head, I'm still excited about watching my team on Sunday and trying to get into that top half of the league.
I care so much more about the rest of the league in leagues with league median turned on. When it's not turned on, I'm not as great. Like Andy he always knows what everybody in the league is doing. I don't. I look at my matchup and my opponent, and that's it. But then when we've got league median, I'm looking at everybody's score. I'm like, am I gonna outscore these people? Who do I need across the league to do bad?
Yeah, you guys, Mike would be posting like, oh, these two teams need to, not score a bunch tonight. So I was surprised in a positive way that was only a value add. I thought it would be more detrimental in some way because I was against it for years.
Yep.
So, and then, like we said.
You were so for it after 1 week that 1 week into the season, we added it to another league.
Was it that fast?
Yeah.
1 week?
Yeah, because you experienced it. You're like, this is awesome.
I did like it. The fantasy football player is addicted to checking on things. That's what we all are addicted to. That's what makes all fantasy sports amazing, or at least for me, is there's always something to, another point, another score, another game, that just gave me one more cool thing to keep track of during the week. So it did, I enjoyed it. So we've got a special show today. It is an AMA, an Ask Me Anything episode. So, we're sitting here in the latter part of June. We get so many questions on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, all over the place from the Discord server that we like to do these episodes and have a good time from time to time. So they could be fantasy, they could be anything. Here we go.
Mailbag.
That was different.
It's an AMA, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, this is different.
All right. If you have questions for the show throughout the year, you need some help getting ready for your weekly matchups, you've got keeper questions, whatever it is, you can go to the website, thefantasyfootballers.com. You can click the submit a question button, or you can dial the voicemail hotline, 302-464-TFFB, and we'll feature some of those voicemails on the show. Our first question comes from X. Andrew writes in, what's the story behind the Fantasy Footballers Telecaster behind Mike in the studio? Speaking of the guitar.
Well, Andrew, it's not a great story. But if I got...
You didn't hand paint that?
No,
okay.
No, that was a gift from Fender. I got connected to someone, and I was chatting them up. I am a big-time Fender user. And I was like, hey, is there a way for us to work together? And, some conversations, they kind of stalled out, but they were like, hey, at the very least, we would love to give you, a fully branded Telecaster. And I was like, oh, awesome. We'll hang that on the wall for the YouTube show. So, I mean,
looks good back there.
Yeah, it's an awesome-looking guitar. Also, Telecasters are nice.
Very nice. Very nice, yeah.
So, but, I mean, like, hey, if Fender wants to come back to the table and have some more discussions, happy to do it.
This is add me anything.
I did not put that question in there. But so hey, Fender not a sponsor
yet. But very nice guitar sitting behind you. All right, let's turn to a voicemail question.
Hello, this is Patrick from Cincinnati, and I'm just wondering who has held the golden toilet trophy the most amongst the six of you. This is a very pressing matter. Thank you. Goodbye.
The golden toilet trophy is
it's new.
That's in the last since Falcon got hired.
Yeah, since Falcon got hired, we got it for Falcon,
who has been known.
Yeah, he's been known to miss the recordings
at any moment.
At any moment,
maybe the beginning, maybe the middle, maybe the end. You never know.
To take a dump, is specifically. That's why it's a toilet. It's a dump truck. Trophy. And so, yeah.
We should call it the Leonard Fournette.
The Falcon is probably had it the most times. I've had it the most. I mean, it's been here forever now.
I think.
And my story was very unfair.
It was, but you could tell. I think we're at 3 people.
Have ever had it?
Yeah. Did Papa Josh have it?
Yeah, I think we
Papa
went
Josh, did you have it at one point?
I had it because I had to get up twice during a show.
Yes,
and that's when I got
Josh,
it.
we all know why you get the trophy.
You get the trophy for having to poop on the show.
Nobody pooped more that day than me,
man.
Yeah.
So you got
mine
it.
was unfair because we're about to start the show. We're about to start the show, and to be responsible, I'm like, I'm gonna go, clear out the bowels.
Yeah, you don't want to leave in the middle of the show. It's
right. You don't want to go pull a Shaq.
Unprofessional. Exactly. And then to goof me and make me get the trophy, they just started recording.
Well,
you just started recording. I'm in the bathroom right off the studio, and I hear Andy with his welcome in. I'm like, you dirty
There was a
rats.
delay. There was a delay.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I mean,
so now
it's been a schedule to keep here.
It's been here so long. I think it's going to somehow this season just turn into the bet trophy, like this guy versus that guy.
Well, look, the Deucers, they do not want that trophy.
I don't. I think about this thing way too much.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I know how Jason got it, so I'm like, you got to time things up.
Oh, you've been really planning. Did you keep like a journal? Can you plan that stuff?
Yeah, I monitor when I put food in.
Oh my gosh! All right,
things are timed out good.
It's a true ask me anything.
Ask.
Well, look, there are a lot of questions here. Ask. Instagram. Chris Smith writes in, "Who is the biggest potty mouth off camera, and why is it Jason?"
So to be clear, I don't think anyone is a very big potty mouth off camera.
I want to know what the Deucers would say.
I know who I would say. But I guess
is he here right now?
He is not here right now.
Well,
if it's the whole team, I would say it's Jeremy.
I would add in like who has the
if
most.
it's only the Deucers, it's also Jeremy.
Who has the most juvenile humor?
Oh, that's
Jeremy.
Yeah,
That's
Al Borland.
Jeremy.
Al Borland.
Al Borland. But what if it's what if it's just the
what if
three
it's
of us?
the three
The
of
two
us?
Deucers that are
Yeah,
here.
you guys each on the count of
Jason,
3.
easy.
Oh, really?
There's no debate. It's
Oh,
Jason
And
by far.
are you nodding?
Yeah, I go with Jason.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I guess you two and Chris Smith,
I am a
6944.
I would never.
Yeah.
The pickleball court.
The pickleball court is that's
why
off limits.
It's like Vegas.
What happens in the pickleball court stays on the pickleball court.
Wow. All right. Boy, there are a lot of questions in here, and we have seen none of these. YouTube question from Squidgy Sensei says, "What is the Ballers' favorite episode format and topic to record?"
Oh,
Which is not a question I've ever.
No,
I don't think we've ever been
never
asked.
been
That's
asked
a good
that
question. I know what I think all three of our topic and format, our least favorites are. Sometimes,
Which aren't. That is not the same answer for the audience.
correct. It is
there are
not a
some that are-
bad show.
There's some that are harder, like we don't enjoy doing as much, that are still considered some of the most valuable episodes.
Yeah, so like for instance, we just we've been doing sleepers, breakouts, bus, where we each bring kind of our argument on a player to the table, and so it's kind of more monologue-y. And those aren't as fun as the interacting discussion, I think, between us. But they're still valuable.
Yeah, I would say the least favorite are when we're doing like divisional breakdowns.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot. It's just a lot of teams to get through, and it's always cumulatively. I gotta really choose when I want to say that word. And can I nail it or not? It's just a lot to do, but people really appreciate those episodes. So there's some that we don't like doing as much. I would say
the problem with the divisional breakdowns is that it ends up being like 2 weeks, 3 weeks in a row or something where it's like we're doing a lot.
We like variety.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But favorites, Mike? Do you have a
mailbag is the best because of what Jason said. When we can actually we start getting a dialogue, you aren't like when someone goes on a monologue and it makes a goof. Like I don't always want to derail the monologue because it's like, oh, this is going to be really funny. If we turn this train and we start analyzing the mistake that just happened, it's going to be really funny. But you got your argument, and like sometimes you don't always want to do that.
Yeah, I think maybe beneath the surface there is that episodes where more things that are unexpected can happen are more entertaining and fun for us to do.
Yeah.
And so that's why you bring up mailbag, right? We don't know what's in the questions here, and if we're in a monologue defending a player, we know what we're going to say, So it's
I would say my favorite is the live show, not leading up to it, a lot of work, but doing the live show, which ironically is kind of a monologue-y show usually, like we're bringing our own players, but there's so much energy and, experience
I like doing any show that the Deucers have to leave to use the restroom. Those are very fun.
Those are my favorite.
Mock drafts, My Guy episode. Those are always an exciting part of the year. All right. Well, this is not pickleball, but Instagram question from G. Drew wants to know pickles in general, yes or no?
Yes.
I'm a yes. Mike has been traditionally
absolutely not.
He hates pickles.
Pickles are
awesome,
terrible,
crunchy.
They maybe that's fine.
Maybe. You don't know. Yeah,
you don't know
if they're crunchy.
How many years has it been since you've eaten a pickle?
Not long enough.
Okay,
because I can keep on going. The problem with a pickle is that it infects everything that it touches. This isn't when you get a burger.
We might say accentuates, but go on.
And you're like, hey, no pickles. And then they put the pickles on. They go, oh, and you peel them off. It still tastes like pickles.
Well, that's the worst.
It's not like lettuce where you're like, oh, I didn't want lettuce. I'll take that off. It's fine.
Yeah, but what you're doing is you're having pickle juice. No one wants pickle juice on a hamburger when you do it that way. Like I like pickles. I wouldn't just take a little
pickle juice.
I wouldn't put a pickle on a sandwich and then take it off. That would make it worse. But the pickle itself, when you're experiencing the crunch, the texture, the whole thing together is great.
Pickles, like good pickles, are not like we talk tier-based rankings. They're not remotely near the tier that like fast food pickles on a burger belong.
Pickles are disgusting.
Those are two different like species.
When they are, I mean, I said crunchy, crispy, whatever.
Yeah, it's none of those.
If it is not crisp. It is not. It should not be eaten.
You need a cold pickle that is crisp, and you just eat it by itself and see what you think.
Yeah,
Maybe someday.
Okay.
all right.
Maybe I feel like does Disneyland have giant pickles?
They do.
Are those good?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm good. I mean, that was the only one I was going to be willing to try, but I don't need to.
Oh,
Gotta pass.
Gosh. All right. Well, we'll take a quick break. Come back with some more questions. We have one of our newest employees, Jake, weighing in on the pickle debate, and he is the youngest of the crew here.
Yes.
And he just says, I've been getting pickles on my double doubles at In-N-Out recently, and they're glorious. And I'm just thinking, this guy just regularly knocking out double double. Like he's living the life in the mid-20s.
I remember that life.
Where like it's just a part of your normal routine.
Back at his age, a double double. Come on.
You were doubling your double double.
You're going 3x3 or 4x4, man. Double. You got to live your life while you can.
He's grabbing multi-double doubles now. He wants more
They have
bread.
pickles there? In-N-Out?
Yeah, In-N-Out.
Because that's not a normal topping.
It's not?
I think it is.
I thought they were just
for In-N-Out.
I thought they were a lettuce, tomato, onion.
I'm on it.
They're extra. They're not stock. He says they're not stock.
You have to you pay more?
You want
for
that
a worse
opt-in.
burger? Goodness, man. Hiring the best of the best here.
We've got more AMA questions. This one's from Coleman on Instagram. He says, what did each of you want to be when you grew up, when you were a kid?
Number one.
Oh, boy.
Basketball. NBA player.
Right.
Yeah.
I quickly learned.
Let's go back. I want to go back to kid.
Okay.
Like you're an elementary kid.
Yeah.
Was that what it was?
100%.
You never did like astronaut?
No.
Firefighter.
Nope.
It was all
officer.
basketball.
It was NBA star until
no,
just make the NBA. Just basketball, you know what I mean? Like and then high school came.
No one's like, what do you want to be? Role player.
Right, yeah. I want to come off the bench.
I want to win that 6-man award,
6 to 8 minutes a night.
And not even every night. There's going to be plenty of coaches' decisions for me.
Couple Adam Morrison rings. Look, I think my answer honestly would be the same when you go back far enough.
Yeah.
Like that was the first true ambition, was to play in the NBA.
And then it was an actor. I mean, I went to school for theater. Genuine career path was acting for me.
So waiting tables.
Which, if you're really good at, this could all be made up.
Yeah.
Acting.
Mike, what did you
I brought it because when I was a little kid, that was astronaut of I'm going to go to the moon. Then got older, and it was music, rock star type of a thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Andy?
He's at basketball.
Yeah, I mean, I was like you with basketball. After that, it was probably like sports broadcaster. Play-by-play guy?
Well,
rock star,
one of us accomplished our
sports
dreams.
broadcaster. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're doing it all.
Mike's sitting here with a Telecaster behind him that he jams all
I'm not playing it right now.
all of our drops to. It's pretty good.
I'm going to start playing that thing during the show.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, we will not complain. I bet it'll be great. All right. This question comes in. Let's go here. YouTube. Justin wants to know, keep, trade, cut, burgers, pizza, wings. Burgers, pizza, wings.
Okay.
Keeping pizza. Trading burgers, cutting wings.
I'm keeping burgers.
You always have.
Yeah.
You've been very consistent with that answer. I can't. I mean, burgers are amazing. Losing pizza's tough.
It is, but the nice thing is I should not eat pizza. It does not agree with my body at all. So if I can just remove it from my life, and I can't, that would be a big time win.
Well, then you got to trade the pizza because the value's enormous.
Oh yeah, pizza's way more valuable than wings.
All right,
except for price. What? We're at $3 a wing now. What is happening?
I think the chicken industry, they're having issues in general. Have you noticed this? You get it's hard to find a chicken breast now that's not woody chicken.
Mm-hmm.
That's an actual we've solved a lot of stuff. We can't solve that one.
The chicken problem?
The chicken problem. It's 50-50. You get a chicken breast and it's woody now.
Yeah. I'm just tired of $3 a wing.
Yeah. Okay.
They're like, hey, it's the combo. You're like, it's just an extra $50 for 12 wings.
We've got this question. Somebody's been wondering this for years. It's for Mike. Instagram question. Where did Mike get the shoe mug? You've got your Nike shoe mug you've had sitting there for years now. And people have been wondering. It does get some comments on YouTube.
I mean, this is just, it's a guy who runs his own shop at sneakermugs.com. He does other stuff. Look
at that.
Let me go.
See if he's still around.
No, I mean, he's definitely there. And it's like you get batches of stuff. Oh, new products are coming soon. So make sure go. He does a bunch of cool stuff with mugs.
You're not the guy that runs that.
No, no, bro. This is not in my wheelhouse.
The arts and crafts
projects
projects
I can do.
It does get a lot of attention.
Visual art, not in.
You can make
not in my skill set.
You can make a jingle for them.
Yeah, that I could do.
This question's funny. Bobby from Instagram: are you guys shoes off immediately? Or sorry, let me rephrase it. Are you all shoes immediately off kind of houses or not?
Ours is not.
Ours is not anymore.
Really?
No.
I thought you guys were like a super shoe off house.
There's no rules anymore.
This was one of the great breakdowns.
You overcame the wife?
I overcame, yes, because now she's got house shoes and outside shoes, and she swaps. And we're talking to a rigidity that drives me crazy sometimes. Like I'm in the garage working on something, and I go, can you back the car out real quick? And she's standing next to the car with the keys in her hand. And she goes, let me go get my other shoes.
How far away are they?
All across the house.
They're not like the...
They're not close. They're not nearby the back area here.
You need a better shoe system.
And I was like, just...
Every door needs to have the, the shoes.
The indoor shoes can go out a little bit and breathe.
Well, I get what she's doing because this is a matter of like bacteria and germs. You bring stuff from outside to inside. It's really bad. But if anyone else is not participating, then I got bad news for your house shoes. They are now also outdoor shoes.
But it's not as bad.
You know who doesn't have to put on house shoes and gets a run of the whole house? The dog. The dog doesn't have outdoor shoes and indoor shoes. He just gets to run around.
Dogs need outdoor bodies too, because they just lay on anything.
If the dog don't have to change shoes, I'm not doing it.
It's not a super strict, but we prefer that when the kids get home, they get their shoes off. And
we did used to do that for a while, but no more. No
it's
more.
Hey, I'll tell you what. It's nice, man. Walk around your house with your shoes off. You're gonna have it's far more luxurious. There's a weird thing about having your shoes on in your own house.
I remember growing up, and there were some houses that were hyper strict on this.
Yeah. Yes,
they had to be off immediately, right by the front door.
I had a friend.
If you take 3 steps in, you're not a family friend anymore.
I had a friend who they had a room that you couldn't even walk in.
This was a thing.
Was that for real?
It was yes.
Like a formal dining room.
A piece of art?
It was a main living area. They said, we're going to put the whitest of white carpet in here.
Oh.
And then this is not even a shoes thing. It is, no, you cannot go in that room because you will mess up the carpet.
Do you know if they used it at all?
Like special occasions?
I have no idea. I doubt it.
I do feel like there were, that used to happen more. We had a room that was like pretty much the kids. You shouldn't go in there. That's our formal dining room.
Yeah.
And it's like, why can't I use that table? Just don't.
I'm going to cover my couch in plastic because it's going to last longer. Yeah, because no one's going to sit on it. Take the plastic off.
Oh, these are the questions that are very important here. Jake wants to know, draft night question, ways to make draft night more of an event.
Well, first and foremost, in person. You can't really make a crazy great night of an online draft.
Everyone's just in the system.
I mean, if you've got to do that, we still do some online. Obviously, get a Zoom going and make sure that everyone is visually together and you can talk and hear and laugh and whatever. But in person is step one. And assuming that you are in person, things that you can do to make it better is all about your team. Like we've got banners, jerseys, mugs, and whatever memorabilia and products that are sold that can be logoed. Pretty much all of us have our team identity on them. If you won the championship,
right?
Oh man,
and
put on a show.
And most of us don't change our team names. Jason rebrands about once every 2 to 3 years.
It's like 5 or 6 years.
It doesn't feel like it.
You've had the most rebrands of the three of us because Mike and I have had 0.
Yeah.
And you've
Losers.
had 3. All right. Bucket list travel spot. Dominic wants to know your bucket list travel spot.
Mine is really, really easy. I feel like it's the last main,
Down the street.
not easy to get to, but an easy answer to come up with because it's like the last major vacation spot that I've still never been to Hawaii. So like I want to like that is the next destination I want to try to get to.
Okay. Mike, do you have anything?
Tokyo.
Yeah, I think Japan.
Ooh,
would
that's
be,
a better answer.
I think Japan's on the list.
Tokyo is my answer. Is definitely on the list.
Japan.
New Zealand.
I was just gonna say it.
We're going to go visit
What
the
other
Hobbits?
what other cool bucket list places do you want to copy?
I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, those are the two that pop. I mean, I've never been to like Europe, Italy, France, those places.
Rome
Have you
would
been
be
across the Atlantic at all?
I have. I've been to Israel.
Ah, okay. There you go.
Not there right now.
No.
No. But that was the only trip overseas. And only did Hawaii a couple years ago for the first time. Place sucks. Don't go. Total garbage.
Keep it empty.
Yeah. All right. We've got more questions coming in here on the AMA show. By the way, we are recording this episode of the show a little early because our families are on vacation this week.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But we wanted to have the content.
we wanted to have the show out, and we always like to answer some fun questions. So
Whoa, look at that breaking news. We'll talk about that next week.
there it is. There it is. Keep Trade Cut, another one from YouTube, reality show edition, Survivor, Shark Tank, Big Brother.
Oh, Shark Tank is the keep. Big Brother is the trade, and Cut Survivor only because I know Andy's a diehard Survivor fan. We got a couple others in the room, and I don't care about it.
What are the rules about just
Keep
cutting
cut.
all the shows?
You don't like Shark Tank?
You can't
It's
cut
fine.
Shark Tank. Shark
It's
Tank's
fine.
awesome.
You know what's funny is
It's out of control now, man. Like the full-on dog and pony we're putting on this huge spectacle show. Get out of there.
well, it's tough.
I don't like where it's like it used to be
I
good.
haven't watched it in a long time, to be fair.
There's a lot of like people go on just for the publicity, and they can't really vet that perfectly. So you go on not to make a deal. Look, it's funny because I am a Survivor fan. That's my keep. That's been a show my family's watched for a long time. Both Deucers over there, same thing. But I feel like you guys do about Survivor, about Big Brother.
Who watches that show?
Has-
I'm like,
has
I
anyone
can't
in here-
comprehend that show's out. But
Has anyone ever watched a full season
No.
of Survivor in here? No.
Oh, Survivor,
no.
yeah.
No. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Of Big Brother. No.
I've never
no.
watched an episode.
I don't know a single person who's ever watched Big Brother.
But I guarantee
Someone
our
is.
listeners,
Is it still
there's
going?
going to be hard. Oh yeah, it is. It is. Big Brother, Amazing Race, and Survivor still cruising.
26 seasons of Big Brother.
But I feel the same way about that. Like, who's watching it? And that's how you guys feel about Survivor. But they get their diehard fans, and then those people never leave every time there's a new season, and they just keep running it. That's what it's like with Survivor.
Wow.
That-
I don't have
that's my keep.
I don't have the attention span for someone to keep me for 26 seasons of anything.
Speaking of,
Game of Thrones, if they had 26 seasons?
I doubt it.
Really? That's a lot.
I don't know. Well, I've already watched. Let's see. I've watched it 3 times over. How many seasons did it have?
the
10. What was that? 8. So I guess yeah, they kept me.
another surprising show, like this became a topic of one of our lunches because our minds were collectively blown. Grey's Anatomy still on television.
I remember when it came
Still
out.
on.
It was very hot for 2-3 years and then went away. And then we found out it never. I saw a commercial for Grey's Anatomy. I was like, I told my wife, I was like, Grey's Anatomy's back. They're bringing Grey's Anatomy
It's a
back.
reboot.
And it was like, wait, it never went away?
It's wild.
And all the same actors. And
It's wild when these shows, because you're like, I'm not connected to that show,
Right.
And that show had its moment. Like that thing was
very big.
big stuff, and it's still going. Like that's
Good news.
wild.
It's renewed for the 22nd season.
Oh, good night.
What?
Okay, dokie.
Big
So is
Brother.
that one a year? So we're saying 20 years?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
the math is not mathing on that one.
Why?
Okay. No, sorry, I was looking at it wrong. It started in 2005. All right, we're
Big
good.
Brother viewers tend to be female with a significant portion in the 45 to 54 age range.
Okay,
This is what
all right. I guess we got to.
the internet is telling me.
Yeah, so sweaty
Math
dude
checks
in
out
basement,
for this.
not into Big Brother.
This
Got
room.
it.
No, we watch Survivor.
No, we don't. No, we
We're
don't.
better than that.
Okay, the Dave Kim writes in from Instagram, you guys decided to open a buffet together. What is the signature dish from each of you?
I don't know, Chef. What's our signature dish?
He's already like...
Oh, we all get one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
each
all-
get a signature dish.
okay.
It depends on what you got. You guys have to go first.
Oh, gosh.
No, we don't.
Yeah, you do, because I've got a couple here, and it depends on what goes well
Are
with
you
yours.
prime ribbon?
I'm definitely not prime rib.
Okay.
I'm either
Are you a
basically
meat?
I'm either filet mignon.
Yeah, I knew that's a buffet.
At a buffet?
That's
Heck
why I said
yes,
prime
at
rib.
a buffet.
Is
Heck, yeah.
You've been to a buffet and you were
100%.
stoked about the filet mignon?
Yes, in Vegas to win. Oh baby,
As much steak as you want.
Otherwise,
They're
it would be the
just
banana
pumping
bread.
them out?
It would be the banana bread pudding.
Okay. There
That's
we go.
your signature dish?
Yeah. So, but
They don't even need that at the buffet. There's only one dude that comes in and eats it.
it's me,
Yeah, I know. Mike,
So what are you guys bringing to the table?
I'm trying to think buffet dish. Something that's like you can't just say burgers, right?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's going to go with like a loaded fries of some kind. Can't go wrong.
Soft serve.
Hey.
Soft
Soft
serve.
serve.
Okay, then I'm doing the steak.
Okay.
See,
You
that
just-
was why I didn't
You
want
just wanted to let us pick a steak if we wanted to.
Yeah, if you guys wanted to make a
I've never been to
protein-
one. I mean, you are the bougiest, but I've never been to one that had filet mignon on the buffet menu.
I know for a fact that you have been to one that had tomahawks. Tomahawk.
Where was that,
steaks.
Super Bowl?
That was the Super Bowl. yeah.
Okay. Well, that's.
It was,
Did you get
buffet.
one?
Come on.
Did you get a couple tomahawks? 2 or 3 tomahawks?
He loaded his pockets.
Just walking
Just walking around with giant bones sticking
He's
out
just
of
saying it's a buffet.
They're just getting so
greasing up
stained.
my pants.
Sir, did you put some steaks in your pocket?
It's a
What are you-
buffet. It's free.
What are you even talking about?
Oh my goodness. All right. I guess a good food follow-up from Justin writing in on Instagram. Between the three of you, who is breakfast, who's lunch, who's dinner?
I am not breakfast.
I'm breakfast.
Yeah, I'm dinner.
That's fine.
Okay, Mike's lunch.
Easy peasy.
That worked out great.
D. Smith from Instagram, what moment made you fall in love with fantasy football? Was there a moment?
Ooh.
Honestly, it was the first time I ever played fantasy football, and I was in high school. I was an NBA diehard. Suns, I knew everything. I played fantasy basketball. The Cardinals sucked. I wasn't a diehard NFL fan at that point in time. Drafted using a magazine. And I forget who it was, but I drafted an injured Baltimore Raven running back who
Jamal Lewis?
Yeah, I think it was Jamal Lewis.
Yeah.
And he was dominant that next year. I got to the championship and lost, but it was like I loved finding I got the player that was way better than he was supposed to be.
Mike, do you have an answer to that? Was there a moment? I have a couple moments that stand out in the history of fantasy football that were like
Bigger
Arian
moments.
Foster's breakout was a huge moment.
I don't know that there was a moment that maybe the fantasy football. I was already in on fantasy sports. Like I started with fantasy basketball and then progressed and moved to football.
Was it you, Jason, that traded everything you had for Tom Brady after his
Yes.
Randy Moss season, and then he tore his knee up
I did this
in the first week?
I did this twice.
Oh man!
I did it.
Oh man!
I did it once for Tom Brady after his 50 touchdown season. He had never missed a game, and then
You traded
boom, dies.
everything. Yeah.
And then I did it a few years later, I think, for Aaron Rodgers, who had never missed a game, and then boom, that was the year he missed as well.
Didn't you also trade Aaron Hernandez right?
I did. I traded
right
it-
before.
Yeah.
not just before. He was I think he was maybe arrested or something. It was
Someone
it was,
took a bet
It was unraveling.
yeah,
yes.
it was unraveling, and it was I'm gonna trade him for a 5th round pick, and someone took the gamble that
That it would work out?
It'll work out. Yeah, it didn't. It did not work out so
Matt,
well.
before you know what we're talking about, Matt. Things did not work out.
Yeah, but I got a 5th rounder, so worked out for me.
Gosh, that was a dangerous one to bring up. All right, we'll take a quick break and we'll hit a few more questions before we end the show. All right, back into our AMA episode. We've got piles of questions coming in from so many of you. I need to make sure I find some of the new ones. Seth wants to know, is there a weird piece of sports memorabilia that you have?
Oh,
Do you have any weird?
I'm
Weird
not a
ones?
memorabilia guy. I guess
But
the
maybe
one.
you are now. I mean, everything in your life is changing.
Yeah, maybe I will start loving things, but actually, I don't own it anymore. But for a while, I had what had to be one of 12 ever sold Max Hall jerseys, the Cardinals preseason hero from one obscure year.
I mean, there's
And
everyone
I
out
bought
there's
his
like,
jersey, and no
Who?
one. Yeah, Max
Who?
Hall. Who's that?
Oh, I mean, the run was good enough that they actually printed his jersey.
Yeah.
This was not a
I'm trying to
custom.
think about weird sports memorabilia. I don't have a
Yeah.
lot. I've got a bunch of old Phoenix Suns newspapers and things from the glory days.
Yeah, nothing weird. But
you have a weird memorabilia that's in here. I think
I
you have
do?
a signed Hugh Jack.
oh, yes.
I do have a signed Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackson photo.
Yes.
Yeah, legend. Browns head coaching legend.
You also have a framed. This is probably your
Okay.
favorite. You
Yeah,
have a
you can think of it.
framed photo of a pick six.
Oh!
Tell that story.
Yeah, no, I was facing Al Borland in the middle of the playoffs. And who was that starter?
It was the Miami Dolphins and the
Saints. The Saints started some
what was that guy's name?
insane.
Kyle.
Kyle will remember.
Yeah.
I'm looking for it.
Terrible.
We faced me and Al Borland faced one another, and all I had was the defense.
This is playoffs, right?
Yeah, this playoffs. I had the Dolphins defense, and all I needed was like 7 points from them, playing this third stringer quarterback whose name is on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember.
Book.
Ian Book.
Yes.
And
Ian Book, the one start.
And we get to the game. This is like I think it was like a primetime Sunday night game or
It was.
Monday night game. And everyone's sitting down to see who's going to win and go on in the playoffs. I need like 7 points from my defense. And it's like the third pass of the game or the second pass of the game, my Dolphins defense pick sixes Ian Book, which basically ends it. Like once you have a pick six, you're up over that point threshold. And so I got a screenshot of that photo or a screenshot of what happened and hung it in the office, and it's still there. And Al Borland doesn't care because he won the title last year now.
Yeah.
So,
He made up for it.
yeah, he did. He did. All right, YouTube question. SB for the win. Bonjour, ballers. What is your fantasy football superpower? Basically, what makes you stand out and win as a general manager? I would say
Andy's is transaction count.
yeah, it can be. It can be. I would say like a little bit OCD on there.
Mm-hmm.
I know like if I remember a couple of years ago, like after a little bit of a title spell, I was like, man, I'm not pushing hard enough. These guys are all better than they used to be.
Getting outworked.
And I'm getting outworked. And then I was like, I'm gonna go to work. And it worked. But just being like super, like I said, I like fantasy because it's something to check at all times. And there's no lack of a moment to do more research or check more things that are going on or more transactions or more players that are sleepers that you can put on your roster. So probably just hyperactivity is my superpower.
I always felt like I didn't need – I could go running back early heavier because I could always figure out the wide receivers in the later rounds that would suffice on a playing basis.
I aggressively will still draft players who have hurt me many, many times because I know that they are good players, and I'm just willing to absorb more pain.
You are very unalterable by
Except for Joe Mixon.
pressure
That guy
and
Did he hurt you?
No.
Okay.
I was going to say by like peer pressure and other people's opinions. Randman wants to know who's your favorite player in the league right now and who was your favorite player when you were growing up?
Man, it's the favorite player in the league right now. As I've gotten, we're more and more into dynasty football. It is honestly very hard for me to have a favorite player who's not on my roster because it's like my favorite player to watch. I think is Jahmyr Gibbs.
It's funny. That was going to be my answer.
But he's not on my dynasty team, so he can't possibly be my favorite player.
Interesting. Yeah,
So
that
it's
that makes
Jamar
some sense.
Chase.
Yeah, there's a handful of super fun to watch players right
Baker Mayfield came to mind.
Oh
first.
yeah.
I love watching him play. He's just so gritty and fun and full of emotion on the field, and that's probably my favorite player to watch right now. Growing up, it's probably got to be like Larry Fitzgerald.
Laser. Larry Fitzgerald, Kurt Warner. No Cardinals growing up. Dan Marino. In early days.
Yeah, and Adrian Peterson. 'Cause my
Oh,
family has Vikings, which I guess some people didn't realize that. Of the Vikings are my second favorite team because my entire family's from Minnesota, so I have some allegiance to that team. But man, prime Adrian Peterson was that was a good time.
All right, this question is from YouTube, from Jay. He says, what will be your guys' next venture?
The next venture.
Retirement?
Yeah, I think we're gonna do this for a long time. I don't think we're
The long sleep?
gonna branch out to other sports. The long sleep is our next great
That's
adventure.
my next great adventure. Why do I need a next? We live in a world that you got to have a next all the time. No one's happy with what you got. I don't need a next.
I don't know.
This is it.
I don't climb Everest.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
There's your next.
There's my next and my last.
Yeah.
Because
Don't forget the sunscreen.
If I prepped, if you gave me 5 years
To prep for Everest?
full time, you paid me. I'm
Yeah.
retired from this. Full 5 years to prep for Everest.
You could do it.
I would do it and die on.
Oh, you'd
on
be
the mountain.
fine.
I would.
You would be just fine.
The Sherpas would carry you
Oh, can they do that? Like,
if needed.
are there enough where they hold me up, like on a
like an Egyptian pharaoh.
Yeah.
Wait, they don't bring you.
I want you to.
They'll bring you down if you're in trouble. They ain't bringing you up like a king.
Oh no, that's what I want. I want a team of great warriors to
I
carry me
have
up
finally
Everest.
summited Everest.
This is a man that has no interest in memorabilia or things, but he would like to be carried by a group of strong men up a mountain.
Bingo! Not a mountain. Correct yourself, Everest. Okay, we're not talking any mountain will do.
Oh,
I'm not having them take me up Camelback. Okay, like we're going straight to the tippy top.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
How many would
You'd
it
be the
take?
one to charter
How
some
many,
kind of
how many men would
How
it
many
take
men? You probably need
to go upwards.
to go up Everest.
A lot.
You would need an army
gotta
because you'd have to rotate
rotate.
people in and out.
And
I think we could do it with 12, 4 at a time.
I don't think I don't think it's 4 carrying you like a king. They got to get you up wall faces and stuff like that. They got to tie ropes
They're
to
gonna
you.
figure it out.
You're not making it past base camp.
I don't want my feet to touch dirt or snow, whatever there is.
Once you get to base camp, these men are plotting.
My dad-
Here's
we
what
can
we'll-
leave him here. He'll
here's
never
what
make
we'll
it back
leave
to tell the story.
Oh my gosh.
A human toboggan.
Oh.
I don't think we should have a next adventure. I think we should do this.
All right. Boy, we're looking at these
This is
questions
what happens.
here. Favorite colors, Sean wants to know. Never been asked that before.
You have not.
I mean, no, I in my life I have. On the
No
show
one
I
has
haven't.
ever
Oh,
cared
it's like
about
it's-
me.
No
It's,
one was ever-
it's one of the most common questions that people ask.
It's blue.
Green.
Blue or orange? I don't know.
Well, which one is it, man? Favorite.
Which would
Blue.
you call your favorite of blue or orange?
Blue.
Okay, you like blue. All right. Let's see here. We've got the shoe mug question already. What would be the best combine event for each of you? Jake wants to know. Long time ago, we did a combine
Mm-hmm.
when we were slightly younger, faster men. Best combine event?
I'll go bench press for me.
What do they do? What is the bench weight that the pros do?
I think it's 225.
225.
Yeah. Could I bench 225 once? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know. You've been pumping up,
probably-
Jake. Could
you
you
could
get
probably do
225 up?
I think I could push up 225. I don't know how many times. Not much.
All right, come over. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Best combine event? I don't know.
225.
I can run faster than these guys.
Yeah.
If it's just you two, I'm
No.
competing
Just
against.
compete against yourself. What are you going to do the best? The highest percentile. You'll crack 1 percentile.
Nothing.
Well, no, that's
The
true.
weigh-in.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Weigh-in. Yes.
The weigh-in.
I'll be real good at it.
They're like, is he?
You want to go for cornerback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just them light little boys, and you're like, I'm 250.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if there's a lot of the early 40s combine runners these days.
I would not be good at any of them now.
No, I would. If they had a quarterback event or something, that would be something I'd want to do. But I'd still be way worse than other people.
Oh, can we do that thing where it's just like there's no one on the field and you just chuck the ball, and they're like, "Oh yeah, look at that."
Oh, the Zach Wilson?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
I mean, I can't throw it as far as him, but
I'd want to do the gauntlet. I think that would be fun.
it would be
Where
fun.
you turn left and right, left and
Yes.
right to catch the football?
I feel like Mike would break a finger.
Quite possible.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's possible. Favorite background music when deep diving stats?
Oh, that's. I mean, there's no doubt it's Chiptunes 23, not just
Wait, just-
Chiptunes, specifically Chiptunes
And this is
23.
No one knows what you're talking about
Yeah.
except for me, Jay.
that's like 8-bit music.
It is 8-bit music, some originals, I think some covers, but I had found this person who puts up a bunch of playlists, and I used to listen to that stuff.
Is it classic video game music?
No, a lot of it's just new. It's new
Oh, it
original,
is-
but it is
Sounds like
it is
old.
written like it and performed.
And you just
to
got
sound
that
like
droning in your ears while you do stats, huh?
I've got that whole video memorized on YouTube.
So if
just-
you go to YouTube and look, oh, Jason, you've tweeted it out.
Yeah, I'm letting people know.
like
it
right
is.
now?
Not now. I've just done it in the past.
Their chiptunes in particular are fantastic for when you have real brain work you have to do. At least for me.
Yeah,
And
because it
then-
doesn't distract you. It's just it really is that background music that drowns out everything else.
All right, we'll close it with this
Chiptunes
very
23.
very important question here from Modern Caveman on Instagram. Would you rather compete in a hot dog eating contest or a pie eating contest?
Pie or hot dog?
Man, because look, either way,
Pie.
you're playing to win, and I don't know that I could get behind doing the bun into the water.
No,
Like
eating
it.
the wet.
I
bread?
get it. I get it. That this is you guys have figured out that this is the optimal way to do that. Did you guys hear Joey Chestnut's back? By the way,
What do
I
you mean
didn't know
back?
he was
I-
ever
I
gone.
thought
he didn't compete at Nathan's last year.
Oh,
Really?
there was a controversy over sponsors.
Yeah,
That's
but
what it
he's
was.
back now.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
Woo!
yeah, hey, we're talking about hot dogs, and
Yeah.
And
Do
I
you
saw
know
that.
one other hot dog eater in the world?
Kobayashi.
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
Does he still do it? 'Cause
I
I
don't-
remember him.
I don't know if he still does.
I don't think I've heard his name in a while. I'm just like,
Yeah, because Joey Chestnut took over.
yeah. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't
If
want to.
I
dip
did
the
a
buns.
hot dog
Oh, it's so
eating,
gross.
even
Let
if
me eat a pie and lose the contest.
even if you,
I'm
even
fine
if you-
eating the. I want. What am I happy with when I lose?
I love hot dogs. Love them. Even if I could go bunless, if I'm in a hot dog eating speed contest, I don't think I could. However long it is, was it like 5 minutes, 10 minutes? I don't know. But I will throw up. There's no
Yeah.
way I can just
Is there a certain?
pound hot dogs.
Is there a certain pie that would go faster for you?
What pie? Yeah, what pie do they
What's
use
the
in
fastest
contests?
pie?
The fastest
Do they
pie?
make you do like apple pie in a contest?
What else would it be?
I don't know.
Like
pumpkin pie or
Pumpkin pie. Those
or like
the competitive
French
eaters.
silk. That
I'd,
goes
I'd,
down
I'd
smooth.
want like a banana cream, but that feels like cheating.
Bring your own pie
Yeah.
to the contest in a big straw, sucking it down.
Yeah, I guess I gotta go pie. I'm with Jason. If I
Shepherd's pie.
Oh, shepherd's
Oh,
Come on,
no.
man! I ain't bringing that.
get a meat pie.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like if I did a hot dog one, that I would end up barfing and hating hot dogs forever, and that would be sad.
But so, which do you pick? Pie?
Yeah, I'll go pie.
Let's just eat some pie. Let's not even make it a contest. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Let's just
Let's
Ready?
just go. Ready?
Go.
Enjoy.
Ready, set. Eat it as slow or as fast as you want. Just eat the whole pie. Okay, we've got a too hot to handle average draft position show coming up. We got the divisional breakdown starting with the AFC North coming up as well. Thank you for tuning in and enduring an AMA episode here as we answer all of the questions coming in all over the place about things that really only a few of them really touched the fantasy football world, but it was a good time. And we'll be back from our vacations and back in studio next week for those new episodes. So we will catch you then. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. That trophy's still with you, Jason. Take care, everybody.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Footballers Podcast. Join our fantasy football community on jointhefoot.com and follow us on Twitter @TheFFBallers.